Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Sleepover. I'm your host, Charlie, and today we're joined by Kayce.
Hi.
Hello. Kayce and I had well-meaning intentions to set this up while we were in real life hanging out, and then life got in the way. So we are
Life,
recording separately.
man, life always gets in the way.
That just happens, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I just got back from a trip from Utah yesterday, and then I had today off, but it felt like it whizzed by so fast. I didn't even have time to do anything I had on my list. Except for this recording. This almost didn't happen because I was like sitting there watching TV with Cole, and Cole was like, "Are you gonna record today?" I was like, I didn't set the time.
I was like thinking about it like right before you text me, and I was like, I'll message her when my episode is over. Then you did, and I was like, I'm glad she's on top of it.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Yesterday we flew, which was the first time in a long time that I've had a delayed flight and like craziness with travel. And they
So it was
didn't
a
talk
long
to
day.
us. Yeah, it was a long day. We started like flying like and the trip should have been a lot shorter than it was, but there was a delay in the middle. We transferred in Dallas, and there was bad weather in Dallas. But they weren't the problem wasn't that it was delayed for all that long. It's just that they were like, it boards at 7 o'clock, and you'll get there by 8:15. And then 7 o'clock came, and then 7:30 came, and the people are all just standing there not telling us what's going on.
Uh,
And everyone's like, "Are we at the right gate? What is going on?" And um, we were at the right gate. They just didn't communicate with us, which I think is rude.
yeah.
And simultaneously, there was like a young man standing in front of us that his parents were having him barf into a paper bag and not taking him to the bathroom because there was no one communicating with us and they didn't want to
Yeah,
miss
because
their flight.
I'm like
But I'm
they
like,
weren't sure.
bro, that bag is about to drip all over the floor. And then it just reminded me that you have no idea what happened in those airport seats before you sat in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Airports are not great. No.
Not a fan.
No. Oh, that is a really long day.
But then we finally got home. It was like 10 o'clock at night. And
Jeez.
then I woke up this morning and Colton had to go to work, but then I had to go get Doug. And Doug, when I was getting on the plane to come to Utah, like from Arkansas, I checked my email and they were like, Doug has blood in his urine. You can come pick him up if you want. And I was like, I can't. I'm on a plane. And then I had to go on airplane mode. And then uh, I think that it was just an overzealous border because they kept saying, "Oh, he's fine, he's fine," and then
Okay.
he was eating, and all the indicators were saying that he was fine. And then when I picked him up today, they were like, "Well, his urine smells bad, so you should take him to the vet." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take him home and check an eye on him. His pee just smells bad." And he got peed all over by other dogs. So I got to give him a bath and he'll be fine.
Okay.
But
Well,
he's
that's
eating,
something.
he's drinking, it's fine. He just,
Okay.
I think that they maybe were overbooked and didn't want to have him. But I don't know.
I could see that.
So,
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
yeah. So I picked up Doug today and then I spontaneously am going to have to go to Colorado next week.
Wait, what?
I found out on Christmas, I called my sister and she was like, "You're coming to Colorado, right?" And I was like, "What?
No.
No." My sister had texted me about it like a month before, but it was like, "I'm thinking of going to Colorado for New Year's. Do you want to go with me?" And then I was like, "I can't answer that question for you right now." And then like I'm trying to just like live day by day right now. Text me later. And then she didn't remind me or text me later. And then my other sister was like, "Oh yeah, they're planning it." And so I was like,
Oh,
"Okay." So today I had to go into the office and get days off for next week to go to Colorado.
fantastic.
So
How many days
it's
are how many days?
I don't know. I might right now. I'm like, I just my I'm on like overload from everything. So I'm like, I would love to go, and I'm planning on going, but right in this exact second, I'm like, it's too much. I
On.
want
Yeah.
let me get through this weekend.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, yeah, that's what's going on with me. Tell me what's going on with you.
Good Lord. Uh, I have a client who had a baby last week. It was the longest one I've been to in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. I was with her for 23 hours before we left. I don't know. It was long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long one. But it was fantastic. So I'm technically still on call for her. And working with my wonderful friend Ruth, with breastfeeding and things like that. So that way, things will work out pretty well. But yeah, like I took, oh goodness, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and yesterday off, um, which was very necessary for my brain. And
Mm-hmm.
then I got texts today, from my client that had her baby, and then two other people that um, want me to do their placentas. So it was
Did you end up going back after the 23 hours?
no, she had had her baby,
Oh, okay.
and then we were with her. Let's see, her baby was born at 8 in the morning, and we left like just after 1 o'clock.
Okay.
So we were with her for 5 hours after. Um, yeah. And that, well, I went back the day after, but that's normal postpartum for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah. And then got placentas in my fridge and placenta in my cupboard. And
As one does.
my life is insane. Yeah, it's a whole thing. And I've got like tripping over Legos. All my kids, we got them all Lego sets for Christmas. So,
Oh, Lego sets.
oh my gosh. So Link got two Mario ones and a Sonic one and the Bumblebee Transformer. And
Mm-hmm.
then Minna got Lego Friends. Hold on. I know she got another one. Oh, and a dinosaur, a Jurassic World one. And then Glade got an octopus, which is really cute. Um, and a McLaren car because it's her favorite car and she'll never ever be able to afford one. So it's our running joke that it's like my favorite car too. And so, and then big spider from Mandalorian, like whatever. Anyway,
Oh, that
so
sounds
I've
like
got
fun.
Legos. Yeah, there's Legos
I hope
everywhere.
I hope you never walk barefoot for the
I know.
next month.
Like they're all put together except Bumblebee, but they're all like sitting out everywhere because they haven't found a home yet. And so you have to be very careful where you go. And yeah, I did not think that through. Yeah.
We should have had a like a table set up or something.
Yeah. Like something. I'm like, it's just everywhere. And then we've got a box for the cats because I got a lot of Amazon boxes, so they have a box. So that's in the living room too, and it's surrounded by Legos, and so the cats are like jumping over these Lego. It's hilarious. So
That's awesome.
it's my life. But yeah, beyond that, I'm fairly boring right now.
Except for we got to hang out in the apple nachos
Yes, we
before
did.
you
They
went
were
on your
good.
sabbatical, your 3 day long
Yes,
sabbatical.
they were good apple nachos this time too.
Hmm. I love bristlecone apple nachos. I do not like the way a lot of things happen at bristlecone, but
Mm-hmm.
their apple nachos are worth dealing with the parking.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh, I hate that parking lot so very much. I hate almost all the parking lots in Cedar, but that one. That one really.
Something about driving in Cedar that I totally forgot about, and
Oh Lord.
it was the gutters. The gutters
Yeah,
are so bad.
they're so bad. They're so bad.
They're the deepest gutters in the world, I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yeah, which
Somebody
makes
needs
no
to study
sense,
them.
right? Like my client in St. George, the one that had her baby, she has like a ridiculously steep driveway. Like with this, so like regular road, and then literally it's like this getting onto her driveway, and then it like flattens out. But like it's ridiculous. And I was like, it did Cedar move? And that's what's happening here now? Like, this is awful.
This is just like one gutter.
This is right. Oh, it's freaking ridiculous. I just
I uh spend a lot of time with city planners these days, and I've gotten into my head. And we went to a drive-through of two like popular restaurants, and there's two drive-throughs like right next to each other, and I was like, this seems like it's too high density of car volume. And I'm like, who am I? Why am I talking like a city planner?
so every single time I look around and see like all of the crappy townhomes and stuff they're building in this area and like all the bigger parking lots and stuff, all I think of is when you told me, was it this summer or last summer, where you're like, I've been with the city planner for so much. He's telling me, hey, infrastructure, you got to build up. You can't keep building out. And every single time I see a new thing now, I'm just like, Charlie knows what's up. You guys need to listen.
Yeah, I hang out with city planners too much.
It's really funny. They're building new dorms. I don't remember where it is now. But I'm like, see, this is like, we need bigger apartment complexes anyway. Like, fourplexes are not enough.
Yeah,
At all.
I think so too. For Cedar, it's time for Cedar to um, expand into something else, because
Mm-hmm.
there's too much. Like, I don't know. I spent 4 days there, so what do I know? But to me, it seems like there's too much. I don't know the words, like that there's not enough of like housing for people.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like um the rent prices are too high, which is
Yep.
making the the density of housing go further out and further out.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I know somebody that just built a house in like one of the far out places, and I was asking him, I was like, are there any plans for like a grocery store or
Mm-mm.
anything? Because like the closest grocery store is like 5 miles away. And they were like, no, just soccer fields.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, the soccer fields and baseball fields, they are everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, oh, okay.
I remember when in Enoch, everyone got so excited because that Family Dollar went out there. And they're
Hmm.
like, oh my gosh, we have a Family Dollar. And I was like, that's not that exciting. And I was like, well, maybe for people in Enoch it is. And then they got Foster's, which is like that gas station convenience store. And they're
Hmm.
like, I don't have to really go into town. And I was like, I mean, it's not far in the grand scheme.
Yes,
Like most
certainly
people,
not far.
not like a huge thing. But like when you live way out in the, like by Three Peaks, it is a
Hmm.
drive getting, because like there is no straight shot. It's around and everywhere. Oh, it's awful.
But that's
And
telling me that it's growing that way because you need more. Like,
mm-hmm.
it's getting too expensive to live closer in town,
Yep.
and so they need to stack houses on top of other houses in town
Yep.
so that it can be cheaper to live in town. And
Exactly.
or build stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Those,
Yeah.
because otherwise it's not like conducive for, I don't know. What do I
Agreed.
know? I'm not a city planner. I just hang out with them.
I'm just friends with a lot of them, you know. Well, it's like American, not American Fork. It's like Saratoga Springs and Eagle Mountain. They
Hmm.
built all those houses out there before they actually built the Smiths and the Walmart that's out there now. So they had
Hmm.
to drive all the way around Utah Lake until
Hmm.
now they have all that stuff so they don't have to. And you're like, you should have done this before
Hmm.
you overloaded the area with crappy houses, first of all. And then like all the people, and now it's miserable to get in and out of there.
Well, an argument could be made for it being cultural too, because
Yeah.
people are young, like on average younger when they're buying a house in Utah than they are other places.
Yeah.
Because people like stay in college longer and don't get married and have 5 kids right away in other places.
Which is wild.
So like people don't need, like, people can stay in an apartment or a smaller living situation for longer in other places.
Yeah.
So I'm sure the culture plays a role in why the planning is the way that it is, but
yeah, it's still
especially
just
in
so
Eagle
weird.
Mountain and Saratoga Springs, like
Right.
those are in culture mecca land of young families.
Utah County.
Yeah, Utah County.
Utah County. Happy Valley. Oh boy.
I went up north and I saw some friends up north. That was a lot of fun too. We went bowling.
Yeah, how did that go?
It was really fun. I wish you could have come with me.
I know.
But it was really fun. We went to Pins and Ales, which is
Okay.
like an all-star. Like, it's kind of like Fiesta Fun. It's like a
okay.
place where you can go to the arcade or you can go bowling, or like one of the bowling parts has like food and stuff. So I thought that was a better solution than like signing up for a restaurant where like it's like maybe 5 people will come, maybe 12 people will come. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it makes it more open ended to like when people can come. Like, you don't have to have a reservation for a specific time. Yeah. So there's a place here where you just like rent a room for an amount of time, and it has all the karaoke stuff. And I wanted to do karaoke, but they didn't have that. So we settled for bowling, and it was fun.
I think that's one of the weird parts about Utah. They don't really do karaoke here except at bars. Mm-hmm. And you're like, man, okay, how many people in Utah grew up in the church and in the choir and in everything else? Like, give them a place to go do karaoke where there isn't alcohol, because then more of them will show up. And then you're not surrounded by drunk people doing karaoke, which is hilarious.
$1 million idea.
I'm going to become a billionaire.
And you could do like theme nights. There would totally be a room for theme nights.
I'm saying, it just blows my mind. This is not a thing.
And you can go ahead and take my idea. I wanted to open a milk and cookies bar. You could open a milk and cookies bar with karaoke. And have all different kinds of cookies and all different kinds of milk.
Ooh. Could we have cereal there too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because this made me so upset. Okay. Brenda and I are driving to... Oh, no, this was a prenatal before she had her baby. Anyway, we're driving back into town in St. George, and there's a ice cream and cereal bar.
I saw it.
It does not have cereal. They're a liar.
Why doesn't it have cereal?
No, it's ice cream made with cereal.
Oh, that's good too. We have that.
No, it's not. I want a bowl of cereal with a glass of milk and like the fancy like glass milk things, and have like the things where I can get a bowl of cereal and then go back and get a bunch of them. I want like a buffet of cereal. But no, that's not what it is. And I'm still a little mad about it. It's been like a month.
Yeah. You could totally do a cereal buffet and a karaoke place.
Karaoke. Okay.
And keep it cereal in the same place.
I like this. Because, doing karaoke would be so fun. I just don't want to hang out with a bunch of drunk people. Like, because I don't drink. I mean, they're super fun, but it would be really nice not to be like the only sober person in a room. Because I go to like the drag shows and stuff, and
Where do you go to drag shows at in Cedar City, Utah?
The Warehouse.
Oh, okay.
It's where...
That's where Kenzie works.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, Brenda and I went. It's been like a year and a half. Because I don't leave my house now. But, and there's like a couple bars in St. George that do them fairly regularly.
Okay.
Which is pretty fun. But like everybody is sloshed. And it's super fun for me watching these people. But at the same time, it'd be nice to, be around sober people.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Nothing against alcohol, anyone. I just, I like remembering my experiences.
Okay.
It's fine. Anyway, so yeah, karaoke bar. Okay, you like business plan this out. This will work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you could start off as like a pop up, doing it like at already established businesses.
This could
Like,
work.
what would be a good business for it to go at?
Right? Like, and that's the problem too. We don't really have anything in Cedar.
Yeah, you do. Sure, you do. Like Silver Silo.
Yeah.
You could do a pop up at Silver Silo, or someplace like that, or maybe like the pub, pastry pub,
Mm,
the grind.
the grind. Oh, the grind is so weird now. They're all so weird
I
now that
haven't
they got
gone.
rid of like their massive menus because they all got bought,
Mm-hmm.
and so they're like fancy looking inside. And I was like, I kind of liked when the grind had the vibe of no one has slept in 4 days, and that's how we like it.
Or that sandwich place that's by the winery. Park Place? Is that
Park
still a
Place.
thing?
I'm pretty sure it's still there.
Yeah, you could totally do pop ups at places like
Oh,
that.
Park Place would work because it's got like a huge space in there.
Mm-hmm.
Take over like
Just make
Cedar
friends with
Yoga.
the owner. Oh, yeah.
Take over Cedar Yoga.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a salon, someplace that doesn't already have food.
I love that we're just
Or
like
a laundromat.
a laundry. They do have that new one that's like ridiculously nice. Like
See?
it's connected to an app. Like all the machines are connected to an app, and you put your money on the app, and you put the numbers in. It's rad.
That is
Like,
cool.
yeah, I have a washer and dryer now, so I don't have to go. But at our apartment, our washer and dryer was terrible, so it was just easier going to a laundromat.
Hmm.
So yeah, this could work. I'm gonna
This could work.
become
I
a
think
billionaire.
I don't think a billionaire, but
No,
not in Cedar, but maybe like Provo.
maybe
You could,
somewhere. Yeah, Utah
because
County, it would definitely be good.
it would be the place to go.
Yeah,
And you could maybe like partner with Crumble and see if you could do like catering or something.
this works. My brother had a business idea
Go for it.
because they went up to Salt Lake for they have a Christmas market in Salt
Mm-hmm.
Lake, like
Yeah.
a German Christmas market, but it's only open 3 days and not on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother went up there not knowing this, and it was a Sunday, and he's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" So he's upset about this, and he's like, "And most of the soda shops aren't open on Sunday," and so he's like, "I'm gonna make a soda shop that is only open on Sunday, and we're gonna call it Sips and Sinners."
Guess what? Swig is open on Sunday in Arkansas.
Yeah, you're not in Utah. But I was like, Clint,
And they
that's
also have
genius.
tea there.
Oh, dang.
I know.
What would that be like?
Right? I told you that. Kristen told me that there are like 5 places on campus at BYU to get coffee. That blew my mind.
I told Blake that, and he's like, "No, there isn't." And I was like, "No, I swear to you, this is real." And he's like, there are a lot of things that would have shocked me less than finding out about this. And I was like, right? Like, can't have a beard, but here's your triple espresso. Like, what?
What?
On what planet?
It doesn't make any sense.
At
Yes,
all.
for those who don't know, if you attend the school BYU, and you are a male or someone who grows a beard, you have to sign a piece of paper saying that you're not going to grow a beard. And that's a real thing.
And you have to have your hair short if you're a man. You can't have too many earrings or tattoos, things like that. Like, their honor code is crazy pants.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, at least it used to be whenever I had to do the
right?
honor code.
Well, apparently now it's nothing.
Yeah, apparently now it's different. I don't know, because my friend who goes to BYU said so. But
that's crazy.
She also said that when she was cleaning out the grad fridge, she found beer.
What?
Like,
okay, I love this. Like,
in her building.
Life.
I'm like, what is happening?
How is that a thing?
I don't know.
No, this has to be an elaborate prank.
We're in the Matrix.
There it is. This is the bad place. Always been like, I'm sorry, I can't go to BYU. I will like catch on fire on that campus. Sure of it. And now it's like, no, you're welcome here. What? No thanks. Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
When I went to BYU, our class was the first class ever out of any of the BYUs to elect a non-Mormon student body president.
Dang. Look at you,
I
changing the
know.
world.
Look at us go.
It's like, it's always so strange to me that like non-Mormons go to BYU.
He's on
And
the
I know they
basketball
have a
team.
lot of like, right. Oh, that would do it. Never mind. You hear about that one basketball player that signed with BYU?
Mm-mm.
He's like 6'7", 6'9". I don't know. All the big colleges were recruiting him because he's like the top high school prospect in the country. And he's like, nope, I'm going to BYU. And they're like, you're going to freaking where? And he's like, no, their coach. He's the reason that Kevin Durant is so good and all this. He's going to make me an NBA player. And all of us are still like, dude, what did they pay you?
I know,
Like,
right? What
BYU?
exactly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no thanks. No. But
Well,
like,
I don't know. Jimmer Fredette was on BYU.
I know. And then you got like Sean Bradley went to
I don't know
BYU.
any if that's even a big deal or if that was just a big deal because it was happening when I was there.
It's a big deal. We'll go with that. I don't know. My dad was telling me all about this, and he's like, "Man, he's going to BYU. Can you believe this?" And I was like, "Dude, what is in the water? I don't like it."
Money.
And like between that and BYU's high school or BYU's football team being so good, it has to be the Matrix. There's no other explanation because I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm good. I don't know, like, are all BYU's rules, like, every single campus is the same, right? Like, not one of them is more strict than the other, right?
Well, actually, BYU Idaho is the most strict.
That's just because it's Idaho.
You're not even allowed to wear shorts at BYU Idaho.
Like, and yet BYU Utah has coffee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're supposed to wear business attire at all times at BYU Idaho is what I was told. I don't know. I never went there, but whenever I was at that time, they said that was what it was like at BYU Idaho.
That's crazy.
When people would transfer to BYU Hawaii.
No thanks. I'm good.
They tried to outlaw flip-flops at BYU Hawaii whenever I was there, and I was like, good luck with that, buddy.
Dude, you're in Hawaii.
And on top of that, like, a lot of people come from really not American countries that not everybody wears shoes in that country for both cultural and like money reasons. They only have like one pair of shoes in their flip-flops. Yeah. Sometimes, a lot of times. And so to suddenly, because you got accepted to a school, expect you to change your entire life. I don't know. I look back at them, I'm like, even when I was there, I was like, this makes no sense.
That's weird.
Are on an island. We're gonna all wear flip-flops, but they wanted us to not wear flip-flops to class.
Like, the beach is right there. Why would you not? And it's hot. Hawaii's not cold.
Mm-mm.
No. That's weird. I know private schools can do what they want, but it's weird.
There used to be signs around campus. I mean, flip-flops was a step up because there used to be signs around campus all around that said, mahalo for wearing shoes.
Fantastic.
That was like one of the first things I remember. I was like, people aren't wearing shoes? When I first got there.
But, like, these are the people that don't wear shoes in the airport.
Oh, like, no. I hate that so much. Things that are not okay in airports. Barfing into paper bags. And not wearing shoes.
Yeah. I allow those two things.
I've also witnessed somebody clipping their fingernails on the airplane.
No.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, it is an enclosed space. We don't want your DNA, like, in our space like that.
Well, like, there's nowhere grosser on your body than under your fingernails and toenails. Like, unless you're constantly cleaning them like a surgeon. Yeah. They're disgusting.
Yeah. Not for it.
No, at that, and people are like, Kayce, why don't you like airplanes? And they're like, first off, I'm scared of them. Second off, this is exactly why I don't like airplanes.
Well, I mean, if I'm on the other end of the airplane, it's worth it. So you should come.
That's true. I mean, I will get on airplanes. I just don't enjoy it. And airports are so cold. I almost die every time. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, it
But,
was really cold in the airport when we were waiting, and Colton picked the spot like right under the
oh no.
vent too.
Of course you did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
But
I
there
always
was
have
a
like
TJI
4.
Fridays that we got to go to.
Oh, dang. I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Mm-hmm.
They still exist?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
In the Dallas airport, apparently.
Dude, the Dallas airport is one of the worst airports.
Why?
Like, I mean, I lived in Texas for 4 years. We went to the Dallas airport fairly often. And I hate how, like, the concourses are so far apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, takes you for, and of course, that's exactly where your plane is, right? Like, you land at this one that's 18 miles away, and you have to ride the tracks to get all the way back to the other concourse, and you got 25 minutes to get there. No, yeah. Like, and I swear they were always doing construction on it when we lived there. Like, it was not. Dallas was not my favorite.
No, it wasn't too bad. We flew
That's good.
into the far concourse and did have to go, but then our plane got delayed, so it didn't really matter.
Oh.
So we went to the gate, and then we went back up to the restaurant because I was like, the plane's delayed, and so we now have an extra hour, so let's just go eat. Because it's going to be 10 o'clock by the time we get home anyway, so there's no sense in waiting till we get home to eat now. Because originally it was going to be like we were supposed to get home at like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Oh, dang.
So I was like, oh, we could wait that long and then eat at home. But no.
Like, that's just, being in an airport is just a long day anyway, even if, like, you're going from flight to flight and it's not a long wait. It just makes that one day of airplane travel is 7 days in your brain.
Yeah.
And when it's delayed, you exponentially add more to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did finish. What was the book I finished? The one. Gosh, I had it. I was listening to it for a little while, and Untamed by Glennon Doyle.
Cool. Oh, it's a good one.
I finished that one on the plane. That was a good one.
Cool. Have you read her other ones?
No, that was the only one I read.
Oh goodness, hold on. Is it Carry On Warrior or is it the other one?
Love Warrior is the other.
Love Warrior, yeah. What's the hold on, I've done this. Let's see. I hate the new Goodreads update, by the way. Just the worst.
Oh, I don't have a Goodreads, but I did.
Well, that's good.
I just have a Libby. That's all I have. I'm basic.
Okay, yeah. So Love Warrior is really, really good, but I loved Carry On Warrior more.
Carry On Warrior?
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then Untamed was fantastic too. She's a cool lady to listen to.
Oh, our library doesn't have it.
Of course not.
Is it new or something?
No, this one was 2013. It was her first.
Oh, I thought Love Warrior was her first.
That was her second. Yeah.
Well, she talks about, because she talked about in Untamed, she talked a lot about her first book and how it was different than her second, the book, The Untamed, because she wrote her first book when she was in her first marriage.
Yep.
And she wrote Untamed when she was in her second marriage.
Yeah, the first two. Well, technically, Carry On Warrior is like from her blog. So it was published from there. But both those two were from her marriage to her husband, ex-husband. And then Untamed is...
Happy birthday.
Did that just like make balloons at me? That was crazy.
Yeah.
So then the new one is with her wife, which, yeah, she's a cool lady. If you want one that's really, really good about like anxiety and depression, the bloggess, what is her actual name? I follow her everywhere and I can never remember her name, no matter. Let's pretend this never happened.
Oh, that book.
Yeah,
I think I've
I
heard of
really
that book.
liked her. I really like hers a lot because she's just so funny and her anxiety and depression is so real, but it's also just hilarious. I followed her back when she did have just the blog,
Hmm.
and so
I also started the other book that I started after was just like I just went on the like recommended next or whatever page,
uh-huh.
and I started Tiffany Haddish's second book, I Curse You with Joy.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, the whole first chapter was like, please go back and read my other book. And I was like, sorry, I'm on a plane and this is the one I have downloaded.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
she had this whole section about how she thought that like uh the world would we would have world peace and all the problems would be figured out if women would just withhold sex, because
Oh.
she was like I think that like men will do anything. She said that when she was in her hoe phase, she would make guys color in a coloring book before they had sex, just to like see what their life if they would do it, and then see what kind of coloring they did. And she's like, you could tell a lot from how a person colors. And she said only 3 people said no and left.
Okay, is she a dominatrix now?
I don't know. I haven't finished the book, maybe, but she
There's that whole movement now. It's the 4chan movement that basically is based on that. Like, if they're not going to treat you like the whole male world isn't going to treat them right, then you don't do anything that includes a man. So, yeah.
well, she was her point was that if you color like up everything the color it's supposed to be, then it would just be plain vanilla. But if you colored things not um like a pink cloud or something, then it would be more
Interesting.
creative.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too. But
Hmm.
anyway,
I have
that
to
so
read that
far
one.
I've laughed out loud like 3 times on the plane while I was listening to it.
Dang. That's impressive.
Hmm.
Cool. I'll add that to my list. That would be fun to read.
Yeah, and I'm listening to it, so
Yeah. There's a positive. I've got my book club book. We're doing it next month, and I need to crack that open. It'll be fine.
it'll take you 15 minutes to read it. You read
It's
things
gonna be
really
fine.
quickly.
It's fine. I'm not behind on my entire life. It's fine.
I'm not behind on my entire life either. It's fine. I'm just
No.
gonna keep going on trips spontaneously.
Yeah, hey, there's worse things. There's worse things.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I've been a part of them before, but there's got to be worse things. Yeah, it's like how it goes, right? So, do you only read like the nonfiction fun stuff, or do you read others? I know Colton does.
Colton is the house. He like leads the way in the household smut consumption. Um, but I am just boring and listen to nonfiction. I'm sorry, I'm boring.
You're not that boring. Yeah, I added the preposition there. It's fine. Okay, so
Are you trying to give me suggestions of things to read?
oh no, I'm just curious. Like, I have a stupid amount of books on my list that I need to read, and if anyone adds another one, I think I'll cry.
You just added
So
one.
yes, I did. My brother got me the first two Fourth Wing books for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, his wife did because we have a secret Santa exchange, or we do gift exchanges instead of buying gifts for everybody because
Mm-hmm.
there's just too many people at this point. So he's been trying to get me to read these. My brother doesn't like to read. Text me. And he's like, have you read Fourth Wing? And I'm just like, have you been body snatched? I'm confused. Like, you used to make fun of me and mom for reading stuff like this. And then here you are being like, hey, so Fourth Wing, am I right? Dude, what the hell? So which is even funnier because I do call him dude. Anyway, so he has been bugging me for months to read these books, but they weren't on Kindle Unlimited, and I refuse to spend $13 a book on Kindle. And I don't like reading paper just because book lights are a pain in the butt, and my Kindle it's wonderful. So I refuse to spend that much money. And so I'm just like, oh yeah, it's on my list. Yeah, I'll get to it. It's fine. So I'm opening this gift from my sister-in-law, and I was like, so Clint, you bought these for me? And he's like, well, you need to read them. The third one comes out next month. And I was like, you're going to buy me that one too? And my brother's like, no, you're going to buy it after you finish these two, bro. Sir. But then, like, right after he got them for me, they went on Kindle Unlimited. So I've got them on my Kindle now, ready to go. I just need to get in the point where I can read that many words of fantasy plot. So
Colton read those.
did he say they were good?
Yeah, he likes them.
Okay. I've heard like mixed reviews from some people, because some people are like, and then everyone else is like, oh my god, this changed my life. And I'm like,
I don't think it's life changing. He definitely thought they were better than. Okay, maybe not definitely. I think he thought that they were better than A Court of
the court books. See, everything is better than those.
I thought you loved those.
I used to love those. I really like the first three. I really like Nesta in 5. I have a very, 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 very hard time with what they did to the main character in 5. What they did to Feyre. And I have read much better authors since. And so now I'm like, you get to go in my memory pile of when I met Sarah in person. I have 4 personally signed books to me from Sarah Maas. And I'm like, you're going to live in a box now. Thank you for your wonderful contribution to my
goodness
work. But so if they're better than that will make me happy. So
I think I'm pretty sure that's how he feels.
And like most people have said that, so which is not hard because anyway, it's a whole thing. It's a whole rant that no one is prepared for. Yeah. One of the midwives that I talked to a lot, anyway, her and I got really close. She lives up north, and she started getting into fairy smut. And so, like, we talk about it fairly often, and she's on the 5th one, and she's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I'm going to need you to text me when you're finished, because I can't say a word until then. Like, and then you're going to think I'm insane.
Other things until then.
No, and I'm like, you're going to think I'm insane, and that's fine. And we're just going to have to agree that you're wrong. So it's fine. But yeah, she's very into this. And then I gave her a bunch of recommendations for better ones. And yeah, so she's bought all of them. And I'm like, you're a good person. We can do this more.
My other friend, we went to lunch with her in St. George. And she found out that Colton read all those books. And now she keeps sending me TikToks. And I'm like, I want to just send her his number and be like, just send them to him. I don't know anything about this.
That would be amazing. All of a sudden your friend is just texting Colton all the time and he's like, how do I make it stop? Oh, okay. So I'm not on TikTok anymore.
Oh, really? Why?
For like a couple years. Like my stuff is there. I just don't ever go on there. I don't know. Reels are where it's at. Like everything is going to come on there.
But ma'am, I noticed that I've sent you like 500 reels.
1.5 billion, and I haven't seen. They're like staring at me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to like block out 7 hours to watch all of this stuff.
I just keep sending them. There was a certain point that I was like, she stopped responding. Maybe she's off of Instagram right now. But then you just said that reels is where it's at, so I'm like, bro.
But the thing is, I've got 2 Instagram accounts, and I always forget about my personal one. And so I keep thinking, like, I need to go back over there. So you're on my list for tomorrow. But okay, so this TikTok stuff, I heard the thing that like TikTok is going away next month. Is that like a thing? Do you know anything about this?
That's what Colton told me about that. He said that the government outlawed TikTok, which seems like a First Amendment infringement of First Amendment rights to me. But I don't.
Interesting.
I don't know. I think that'll probably be what will send us into civil war.
I mean, honestly, at this point, yeah. Like, there are a lot of people that make their living on TikTok now. Like, getting rid of that here would be insane.
Yep. You
Okay.
can't just get rid of it. But I don't know. I feel like the government keeps saying we're gonna have to do this. Oh wait, just kidding, it's illegal. Oh, we're gonna have to do this. Oh wait, just kidding, it's illegal. So
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
you mean the
sure.
stupid have you, the drama with the BOI filing?
Yes, that's what I
Oh my
mean.
God. Every freaking day, the Connect Utah page is like, guys, don't worry, you don't have to file it anymore. And then the day after, guys, just kidding, you have to file it again. And all of these freaking lawyers are charging $200 a pop to do
I
the BOI
know.
filing for people. It took 10 minutes at most.
Okay.
Like, you put in your information and everything's fine, and it's not a hard. I'm like, I am in the wrong business. I need to do these filings for people because I'm gonna make bank. Like, oh, it was the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. It was a
Okay, that's a
stupid.
relief because I haven't done it
No,
yet.
it's just your name and your business and your social security number. I want to say, like, it's just your information because they're trying to protect against fraud. That's all it is. The
Hmm.
CAPTCHA was the hardest part.
What's the
Yeah.
cap show?
You know, the CAPTCHA, you know, like where you have to like say what the letter,
Yeah,
you're not a
So
robot.
I'm not a robot. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the hardest part. It was so dumb. I was like, so this is required because the guy I went and set up my LLC with, he's like, you have to do this. And if you have questions, let me know. And I'm like, that was really easy. Did I do it wrong? Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't do it wrong, but that was much easier than everyone is making
Well,
it sound.
that's what Colton keeps saying too. Because I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. And then I was like, but I don't want to pay the people the thing to do it. And then he's like, just do it yourself. It's
Just
really
do it
easy. I
yourself.
looked it up. So now
Seriously.
I know it's somebody who's actually done it. So it makes me feel better about my life.
Like, I did it the same day I filed my LLC. So I was like, I need to get ahead of this and make sure I do all of the things. And then I was like, oh, that was anticlimactic.
Okay, well, there's that.
Yeah. Just do, honestly. And at this point, they're like, it's voluntary because they put the stay on it again. I was like, just freaking file the paperwork, guys.
I
It is
guess
not
not anymore. I guess that we have until like
Oh, it's
the
back
middle
now.
of next month. I don't know. That's the thing is, I'm like, I feel like they keep saying it's illegal. It's not illegal. It's illegal. It's not illegal. And I'm like, just somebody tell me what the law
Right.
is.
Right. I think it's the weirdest. And it's like the way that it was rolled out is weird too because no one knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like all my friends have LLCs, and I was like, guys, have you filed your BOI? And they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, yeah, they purposely want to fine all these people. No one knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're hoping that they could get $500 a day from 8 billion businesses in the United States. Like, no, the whole thing it's shady how it came about, but it's super, super easy.
And
You got
what for? The government
Yeah.
makes the money and it's fake.
Mm-hmm. It's fake. Did you know they can just print it? Did you know this?
They could just print it.
Oh shoot, like money is like it's weird how money has changed in like my brain anyway, because like you swipe a card and it's money, right? Like it's money in my bank account that I can look at, but it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
Like cash still feels very real to me, and
Mm-hmm.
I hoard that stuff because the end of times is coming, and I'm gonna have to trade it for bottle caps. I don't know. But,
Oh my gosh.
did you watch Fallout?
No.
Okay, so that's the currency in Fallout is bottle caps.
Okay.
Also, Fallout is a fantastic show. It is so weird. You're going to have no clue what's going on. And it's made that way. So, none of us
watch it. I want to watch something that I can figure out really easy.
Oh, no. It's more fun because you have no clue. It's got like big old guys in like space marine armor, and then you got people living in bunkers, and then like the world is a nightmare, and you got people that aren't alive, and this dude doesn't have a nose, and there's a dog. I don't even know, Charlie. It was crazy.
That sounds horrible.
We binged it, and I asked my brother, and I was like, do you know what's going on here? He's like, dude, I didn't even play the game. I have no clue what's happening. And I was like, do the people that played the game know what's happening? And he's like, no one knows what is happening. Awesome.
Great. This is perfect.
It's perfect. It was great. But it's a great show. It's super fun. But anyway, bottle caps. So we should be saving those.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I'll do it.
At this point, that's more real than Bitcoin.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I mean, But all of it is fake. Why do humans need money? Why can't we just like not use it?
That'd be really nice, like Star Trek.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd be
ready to
okay
be
with that.
there already.
I know. Like we have to go through like 2 more wars before that happens.
War happens every day.
No, I mean like 2 more world wars because you got like the oh crap, I can't remember what they call it, but it's the one about Khan, and then you've got the World War III. It's a whole problem. I don't
Okay.
know. I just think we should just get rid of money anyway.
Yeah, money is pointless.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, but then the internet's gonna cancel me because I just said that on my podcast. So wow.
you're gonna be shadow banned on everything.
Yeah, because I said money's fake.
It's gonna happen. It's okay. I'll still be here for you.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for coming on the last minute, even though it wasn't last minute, but it was last minute.
You're welcome.
Is there anything you wanted to talk about that you didn't get to?
Not really. No. I like our meandering conversations. They give me life. So
Me too. Okay,
yeah.
thanks for tagging along, listeners. And well,
I've got a cat yelling at me. Sorry.
Casey's cat needs her attention, so we're gonna go now.
Freaking cat, man.
Okay, love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.